Welcome back to another episode of Let's Chat Podcast, y'all. I am your host, JoJo.
And I'm Tyra.
Ooh.
What's poppin', y'all? Did y'all miss us?
Of course. They always miss us. Did you miss them?
I did.
Good, as you should.
Did you miss them?
Always, all the time.
We apologize if you hear any crazy background noise. We are babysitting 2 dogs and they're very clingy. Very clingy. I can't even speak.
Can't even say
it. But yeah, so it's super hot this week, y'all. Like crazy. 100 degrees here in New Jersey. Humidity, nuts. It's so hot that I feel like it's not even enjoyable. It's like, damn, I tried to go on a walk and my shirt was like sticking to my back because I was sweating so much.
It's so weird because I was like walking out there and it's hot, but it's nice. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like it is really, really hot to the point where it's like, ew, you don't want to be out there. But maybe if I'm out there
like
longer,
a nice
I'll feel
pool.
like that. But yeah.
Like if you had a nice pool, then yeah.
I wish.
Yeah. Damn, we need friends with pools.
That's no, because you know what? Like I said, every time if we had a pool, everyone would have a pool.
Right.
Now that we don't have any access to a pool, nobody has access to a pool.
Well, I actually have 2 friends that have a pool, but they live far. Not far, but it's like 30 minutes.
Girl, that's worth the drive. 30 minutes. I gotta go fucking hour and a half, and that's even if.
That's true. I mean, there's a like community pool where we live, but I don't know how crazy that gets, but maybe we'll check it out one day.
I don't know. I'm like weird because I just don't be wanting to be like, I feel like the closest thing I get to a community pool is like if I'm in a resort and I have like they have a pool, I'm going to use it. But like communal things, I don't know. I haven't had to experience that. But I don't know. I was going to put when we were living in a house in South Jersey, I was going to like buy a whole like makeshift pool and actually fucking put one. Like I was ready, prepared.
Yeah.
And we just never made it that far.
No, backyard definitely needs to be set up for that. But NYC Pride is coming up. Our friend Lexi is having an event on Saturday, January 28th. Look at me. June 28th. From 2 to 9 p.m. It's called Pride and Friends. If you guys are looking for something to do, like a little day party, definitely check it out. We're not sure if we're gonna make it because the girls are busy. But if you are going to Pride this weekend in New York City, just make sure to be safe. Stay hydrated. I feel like the world is chaos right now, and they're saying to like avoid big crowds and things like that. I don't know. Craziness going on. In the midst of all this craziness, we've been watching Love Island USA season 7 on Peacock. And honestly, like I was never a Love Island girl. Like I knew that was a show, but I was just like, like it wasn't on Netflix, so I was just like, I'm always on Netflix. And now it's on Netflix, but not the season that everyone is currently talking about. And we got a little FOMO because like literally everyone was talking about it, even celebrities. So we were like, all right, let's check this shit out. We binge watched like all 16 episodes. Well, in between those episodes, they have something called an after sun. So it's not really like a legit episode, but kind of like a recap. We didn't watch those, but it's like all the episodes are like an hour and a half long. So they are long, but it is juicy and it's very different from like other reality TV shows because the audience, so the people who watch, get to vote people out of like the villa, and yeah, there's some drama to it for sure. Who's your favorite right now?
I'll give you top 3 guys and top 3 girls for me. And We already spoke about this.
But before we do that, let's explain what, like, for people who don't even watch it. So Love Island is about all these like sexy people in their 20s, because they all look good. Go to a villa in Fiji. Hope I said that right. And they're like competing for $100,000, but all the competitions require them to like make out and like do crazy stuff, really make out. But in one of the most recent episodes, they were like spitting in each other's mouth. I swear to God,
lost me
not
with that.
spitting, but they were milking a fake cow, and milk was going in their mouth, and then they were spitting it in someone else's mouth. Crazy. Girl, first when the show started, I was like, this is so raunchy. Like, I don't know if I like this, because maybe it's because they're in their young 20s, but I'm like, you guys don't get scared of like all the herpes out there in the world.
Yeah.
And some of them be looking like they have cold sores, but like, I don't know. I think it's just they make out so hard that they bite each other's lips, and then next thing you know, their lip looks busted. But pretty much they have to pair up with someone in the villa, and whoever has like a genuine connection at the end of the villa wins the $100,000. So there's like couples, and then there's like new people who come in who are called bombshells. And people kept talking about this girl named Huda, and she's a baddie, but she is a little crazy, a little nuts. So she gets very possessive over the guy that she was with. And, well, I don't want to ruin it for y'all, but she's just a very possessive person. And we were like, we got to watch this shit to see who the fuck this Huda girl is. Because it seems like she is the show. Like, she is the drama. For, like, the people who don't like her, I mean, she really is the drama. Because what people keep talking about her. She's like, yeah, the main attraction. I don't know. Even though what I like about this show is that I do see a lot of diversity.
Yeah.
Because the girl who we're talking about, Huda, she's from Palestine. And then we have like Dominican girls, like people from Spain. I honestly feel like there's more mixed people than there are like American white people. There's not too many like blondes white women on the show. And I don't know. I think it's because it originated in like the UK, maybe. I don't know. But if you have nothing else to watch, I think you should watch it just so you know what the fuck we're talking about. But yeah, you were saying who your faves.
Well, I mean, the new bombshell that just came in, obviously she's fire, but I'm not gonna count
Adreina.
her because she's still new, and I feel like we didn't really get to
and
see
she's
what
from
she's
Jersey,
about.
y'all. Like, it's crazy.
All the baddies is from Jersey or New York area. I'm saying. All right, so from the guys, I do fuck with Ace, Taylor, and Nick. Believe it or not, I don't fuck with Jeremiah at all. He's just a cringe for me. Yes, he's beautiful, but he's a big time cringe. big time cringe. And
Jojo hates the way he talks, or like the things that he says. What does he say?
He be like type shit all day long, and I'm like
what does
oh
that
my
mean?
God, like I don't know. You ever just? I feel like we all know somebody who like thinks that they're cool or try so hard to be cool, and you could just see it, and it's just not. Cringe, and it's just like you're not corny. Like you're not that person. Like find a way to be a version of yourself and not like somebody else. Right. And that's what he gives. He gives like he's like, you know, tries to be too cool, like he's somebody he's not. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. He's not my favorite. But yeah, I fuck with Ace. Ace is cool. I mean, he young, so of course he's lively. He a little messy.
22.
Yeah, he's 22. He's a little messy, but nonetheless, like, he a vibe.
I call him Shorty.
And he's beautiful. Oh my God, he's beautiful.
He's beautiful.
And it really be the short guys.
He looked like he's 5 feet tall, girl.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, Ace has been getting a lot of hate. But keep going.
Taylor, I think Taylor's cool.
And Taylor's a guy. Because I feel like Taylor's usually
I think he's like... He's like, I don't know. He's like a little funny. He goofy, and I think that's cool. He's very lighthearted. It seems. Nick he's actually beautiful too. I think he's cute. And I think he's a vibe too. But they all low key follow Ace, but whatever.
They're his minions.
Out of the women, hands down, Olandria, Shelly, and Sierra. ASAP, no Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
All baddies.
Mm-hmm.
All baddies.
Mm-hmm.
And they're cool. They haven't been like bitchy. They haven't been weird. I think they all standing on business. Shelly having a lot of fun. I do think she was, you know, a little flippy floppy with Austin, but nonetheless, girl, you want an Ace, you got him. There you go.
I don't think
Olandria been standing on business. She about her shit.
Yeah.
And I like that for her. And Sierra's been cool, chill, not like I don't know, she's giving like she knows she's that girl, and she's not doing too much to like grab the attention. Mm-hmm. I hate that they make Huda look crazy. I think
you think they make her look crazy. You don't think she's
crazy?
I
mean, let's be realistic. Like, sure, she probably has like some underlying, you know, things that she needs to work through. But nonetheless, let's not act like her partner Jeremiah didn't play a part in her delusion, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that like everybody's shitting on her, like it's just her. She's just so crazy. Like at the end of the day, he's spending the most time with her. You don't think that she showed those versions of her to him prior? Like, nah. Like he had to know, and if he wasn't fucking with it, he should have like stood on that from the jump. Yeah. And she probably wouldn't have been as like, you know, crashing out, people say about it. Right. But they were together for like what, a week, 2 weeks going on. Like, and that's like every second of every day. I know to us it's kind of crazy because when we see reality TV shows and we're like, oh, how long they been together or how long they been chatting, and we're like a day, 2 days, a week. Yeah. Realistically, they're together 24 hours out of the day. So it's like it's possible to fucking, you know, have that immediate connection and shit. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like if he wasn't fucking with it and he was catching his red flags from the beginning that just wasn't working for him, then he shouldn't have been gaslighting her and making her like feel like, oh, you know, like, nah, we're good. I feel like a lot of times he tiptoed around the conversation when she was saying like, do you not want to like be with me? Do you want to explore connections? Because she was giving him like, I feel like she was being understanding to a point. Mm-hmm. And then he got scared for what it could have like meant if he said yes, and decided to backtrack like, whoa, like, nah, like that's not what I'm saying. Like, where'd you get that from? Type shit. Yeah. And I don't like that because that is what you're saying. Yeah. You just not like
saying it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I just think that that's weird. So, I mean, I think her crash out or fallout or whatever, sure, it was a little bit distasteful to some people, but he's, you know, part of that fallout. So let's not make him seem like he's beautiful.
Yeah. No, I agree. I like her. She's a Virgo.
She's a triple Virgo, allegedly. And you are a triple Virgo.
I know, but I'm like, yo, do I really be acting like that? Because that's insane behavior. But then I'm like, she's 24. I'm about to be 30. Like, maybe when I was that young, maybe. But I'm not like that anymore.
Only the people who would date you would know.
She's definitely a baddie. So there's this episode, my favorite episode, honestly, where Megan Thee Stallion comes, and Megan knew all of them. Like, she watches the show, and
that was
I think what's cool about this Love Island, very different from like Love Is Blind and stuff like that, is that it's not live, but it's like the same week. So like what we're watching is like 2 days old. So it's like it just happened. Like we're watching it almost kind of live because they're still there.
Yeah.
And usually with like Love Island and like the Queer Ultimatum, it's like shit that happened like over a year ago. Yeah. And it's like, all right, like everybody has moved on from now, but like we see them kind of like go through this in the moment. Yeah. But yeah, definitely like Huda, I like Chelly, Alondria. I like what's her name? Ciara as well. She's definitely like a freaky girl, I could tell. For the guys, I really like Taylor, surprisingly. I feel like he's like there's no pressure with him.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's like very
with
chill.
The flow type of dude.
With the flow, he's funny. I'm not a fan of Ace. Like I feel like we will be friends, but at the same time, I'll be like, you're full of it. Like, I just can't with you. Because I feel like he be talking like he really the boss. And he's 22. Like, I just feel like he's such a little kid to me. That's why I be calling him Little Shorty, because he's a little
Not
shorty.
little kid to you.
And
yeah, but you gotta
he's
admit that
young
he's
boy.
pretty, like,
He's very handsome.
No, not even just like attractiveness, but like
some of the things he says make sense.
Yeah, like the way he be coming, it's like, oh wow, like you're very wise for your age type shit, you know? And like the things that he says do track. And it's just like, oh wow, like word. And meanwhile, he's in a pool full of guys older than him that like
follow him around. Like,
that's making sense, like that he's making sense to you. Feel me? Like the half them dudes not even really thinking like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's what makes him like the ringleader and shit.
Yeah, I don't even know. So Taylor and Nick, because he's funny. Dominicana. Like, he just be saying the funniest shit.
Mamacita?
He said mamacita. He's just funny. I don't know. Oh, Pepe.
Pepe. Oh, I forgot about him.
He is so cute, number one. And he's tall, retired basketball player from like Spain.
Okay,
like,
calm down.
He's like low key. He's like very low key.
You know what's funny is I saw
what?
somebody. Yo, the internet is messy. The internet is messy. And I feel like when you do shit like this, oh man, you really gotta brace yourself. So I saw something that was like, oh, Pepe was like a pro basketball player, right? Overseas or some shit. And they looked up his stats.
Oh my God.
And his stats were
terrible.
Like bad.
Who gives a damn?
They're like, oh, why'd he quit professional basketball? Because his stats were like,
yeah, like he just wasn't good at it.
That's crazy.
But at least he did it. It don't matter. But yeah, that is like what everyone's talking about right now. So we were like, you know what? We gotta give it a shot. If you guys aren't into this shit like at all, and you're like so over it, I did watch this documentary on Netflix. And it was I'm laughing, but I was crying when I was watching it. The Travis Scott Astroworld concert situation that happened in 2021 where people were dying during his set, and like they pretty much, he just wasn't stopping, and like you pretty much hear the point of view of the people that went, and like there was a friend group that went and they're like Hispanic, and in their friend group pretty much like two of their friends didn't make it because they were so squished. They were like, it was sad, but like I like watching things like that just to really understand what the hell happened, because they be having like these experts and shit. And I don't know how much money each family got from this, but over 10 people died and the youngest was 9 years old. Rest in peace to those people. And honestly, I really can't respect Travis Scott after that. Like, I would never go to one of his little mosh pits situations. Like, the way they rock with him and the way he didn't rock with them is insane. Like, people were waiting online for merch for 4 hours during his little Astroworld thing, like before his set. Like, people really ride for him. I'm not waiting in line for nobody for 4 hours. But anyways, the Queer Ultimatum comes out. By the time this episode comes out, it comes out today. So, we're excited to watch that. That is June 25th. I don't know what time, but definitely we're gonna watch it, and in the next episode, maybe we're gonna talk some shit about it too. The last Queer Ultimatum was literally 2 years ago in 2023. I don't understand what takes them so long. Like the way Love Island, they be producing episodes the same week. I don't understand why Netflix can't get with it.
They like to make people wait.
Unbelievable. But yeah, we are going to be going to Bali and Thailand soon. If any of you guys have gone over there, please send us some tips and tricks and advice on like what to pack and what to eat, what not to eat. I'm a little scared about like the water situation and the food situation, so I might come back skinny. Very much so. Again, if you hear any crazy noise in the background, please ignore it. Yeah, I don't know. Bali and Thailand. Are you scared of anything? Are you like, do you feel like,
I don't
well,
know.
we're not, we haven't even started
I haven't
packing.
done any research. I don't have any expectation of Bali and Thailand. I just
She's
pray and
just showing
hope
up.
we get there safely, have a good time, nobody gets sick, especially you, because man, like, you were fucking good for it.
But guess
And
what? I got medicine just in case I get sick
yeah.
because my doctors love me like that.
Mm-mm.
And I told him, I was like, I'm going on vacation and I'm really scared about this. So, like, what are you going to do?
I high key want to go and get tatted though.
Oh, yeah, in Thailand. But the way you got to do it, since we're going to Bali and Thailand, we have to do it when we're in Thailand towards the end because we're going to be going to so many beaches.
Yeah.
Talking about tattoos, I don't know if we mentioned it, but like we went to get tattoos. I got a tattoo the other day, like a month ago. It's like a little arm tattoo.
It has not been a
A
month. It's
little
been like
arm.
2 weeks.
And then the Friday the 13th, that's when I got 2 other ones, but they were like tiny.
Oh, you got that one. I forgot about that one.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I mentioned it, but we did. I made like a TikTok about it.
Mm.
But yeah, you're not supposed to be in the sun when you get tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
Look at us. But I want to get into a family meeting. How many minutes has it been?
25.
Okay. I want to get into a family meeting where we received an email from someone. It is a little old, so I hope this person still listens. I don't know. Or I hope that this problem was resolved. So the family meeting says this: I need advice about a long distance relationship. I see my girlfriend every 2 weeks and we've been together for 1 year and 3 months. We started off in a polyamorous relationship. It was my first, but I quickly realized it wasn't for me. She eventually decided she only wanted to be with me, but stayed friends with her ex from the poly relationship. I never felt like her ex just wanted to be friends. A month and a half after we became exclusive, the ex showed up at a bar and kissed her. My girlfriend told me, and I said it was disrespectful to our relationship. She said the ex will always be in her life because they've been close for 16 years, on and off romantically during that time. When the ex is around, my girlfriend barely texts or calls me. I've told her how this makes me feel, but nothing changes. The ex even leaves inappropriate comments on her TikToks, and my girlfriend just says, I can't control what people comment. The worst part happened a few weeks ago when my girlfriend told me she had sex with her ex and didn't know why. She said it won't happen again, but I'm heartbroken. She had promised that if she ever wanted to be with someone else, she'd end things with me first. But now, even after this, she still refuses to cut the ex off. Am I wrong for saying that am I wrong for saying that if our relationship is going to work, she needs to stop all contact with her ex? I feel like long distance relationships are already like rough, and then like adding the polyamory to it, and then pretty much like removing it and just making it exclusive just makes it like even harder.
Yeah, I think that's hard to like come back. I feel like once you open that door, unless you're mutually both like, we tried it, it's not it for both of us, then that
Yeah.
makes sense. But I always feel like that's the risk that you take when you do that because,
Yeah.
somebody wants it.
Right. So I want to break down what polyamorous relationships are and like the difference between a polyamory relationship and then an open relationship. So this is from Google. Polyamory is the practice of having more than one consensual, romantic, or sexual relationship at the same time with everyone's knowledge and consent. It can involve 2 or 3 people or more, but not all partners are necessarily involved with each other. So it's not like it's a throuple where all 3 of them are together. It's like one person could be with another person, or they could all be, who knows, but I was like, all right, so what is the difference between polyamory and um open relationships? And Google was like, well, polyamory emphasizes emotional connection and commitment in multiple relationships, whereas in an open relationship, they often prioritize sexual exploration with less emphasis on emotional depth outside of the primary partnership. Um, with that being said, like I feel like since you guys are no longer in that poly relationship and you guys both agree to be exclusive, um, I feel like that what you guys agreed to was pretty much like crossed. And she keeps entertaining like this ex, and it seems like she's not really gonna cut this girl off, especially because she said, oh well, we've been friends for 16 years on and off. But I feel like being physically intimate with her again after committing to you is just
First of all, I don't
tragic.
know why.
I don't know
Excuse
why.
to like why you slept with the ex is a little crazy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. You guys have been on and off and have this like rapport with each other that you feel like you just can't take, let that person out of your life. But like, if that's what you want, that's what you want. Say that. Like, I get when we like really love somebody or we want to be with somebody, it's like you try to give the benefit of the doubt and you really try to give them space to like show you that they can be different or that they can be better for you. But realistically, that's not always the fucking, that's not always gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they're giving you shit the first couple times, like, all right, that's cool. Like, I believe it. Like, you're not gonna change. You're not gonna be better. Like, and I don't know. I feel like once you give somebody the leeway to do shit, they're gonna fuck up on a regular because they feel like, all right, well, like you let me get away with it all this time. Why would I change my behavior all of a sudden?
Right.
If I've been getting away with it.
Right.
But yeah, that whole excuse of like, I don't know, like you want to be over there, that's your comfort, great, you can have that, but like I don't want to be a part of it. I've given you ample opportunity to, fucking delegate with me, and you haven't done anything at all to show or to consider my feelings about the situation.
Right. Yeah. I feel like she's definitely not validating your feelings and just saying like, yeah, I don't know what happened. And like Jojo said, like, yeah, you might love this person a lot, but it's really not enough. Like, they need to respect you and um show that the commitment is mutual. So then I was like, you know what, let me look into like discussion topics for people who are looking to go into like a poly relationship or anything like that. But before that, I wanted to highlight two different platforms. So I listened to this episode from Decisions, and it had Jerry Johnson in it. The episode is called The Contract to My Polyamory. And this is the girl who is on Harlem, who like she like dates a bunch of girls, and like she's like very successful and things like that. But she's really poly like in real life, and pretty much she honestly has a whole contract on her Google Docs that she pulls up when people have hella questions about it, like how does it work with her fiance and all of this shit. Like in the episode, she was so free and open and crazy, and talked about her upbringing with her mom, and talked about like how there was a point where her fiance planned, like they were in an open relationship or poly relationship, and there was another person involved, and those two people planned a surprise birthday for her. And I was like, oh wow, how cute that they got along. But the other one that I wanted to highlight is we started watching this TV show on HBO Max called The Poly Family. And it's a little confusing. These people also have a TikTok and an Instagram. They're like TikTokers, low key. And it's pretty much two couples. So 4 people. Man and woman who are married. They're not all married to each other. Like one couple is married, then the other couple is married. And they all live in one household with 5 of their kids. And like the men switch rooms every other night. So there were like a different woman every night. Yeah, it's a little crazy. Like we're still like, this is interesting, especially with the kids involved, like a little messy and confusing. But we were like, you know what? Let's just watch this shit. I just want to get to the part where there's one girl who is what is she again? She's she's
Pansexual?
pansexual. So she's like, I'm missing relationships with women. And the woman who, is in the household with her is straight. So like they're not together. So she's like flirting with this girl, and like I want to know how that's gonna go, because they're closed off to other people. They can only date within
They're
themselves.
quad.
Yeah, they're quads. Oh, and the guys also aren't together. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Very tragic and like messy.
I feel like it's doable. It just depends on the people.
It's
and
too
like,
many people, to be honest.
It comes down to like rules
Like, I gotta
and
deal
boundaries.
with 3 other people. Unreal.
So like, ideally, I feel like when we think about things and be in a certain situations, we like to think that we couldn't handle, or we could handle certain things. But I feel like I don't like to knock anything, because you don't know until you try. But I do think like being it with the example of that reality show, being in like a whole quad relationship, especially with kids tacked on top, is definitely a lot. I can see the benefits. You got 4 adults, bunch of kids, you got help. But I don't know, I think like that's too many people, and like to think about and to be considerate about, because then it's like, well, you already like can't even deal with yourself with you're with one person type shit. Now, I would say that I couldn't do it. I don't know, something about the relationship. Like when me and you talked about it, I was like, oh, we could probably do like a third, and that would be enough. Like to add one person.
Yeah.
I don't know, like if that would be like relationship wise.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a difference, because the poly aspect of it is like you're
committing to another person.
Yeah, it's not just a sexual relationship. Like this is someone that you go out to eat with, like
it's an extra boyfriend,
girlfriend. You go on dates with, like and in an open relationship, it's really just sexual. It's nothing emotional. There's no texting, nothing like that. And in the podcast episode with Jerry Johnson from Harlem, Wheezy, one of the hosts, was saying how like, oh, I can never do that, because like the emotional aspect of it would really kill me. But her and her man are in an open relationship, and someone asked a good question, like, how does that work when you're going through like a rough time in life, and like let's say something crazy is happening and you're depressed, like wouldn't you feel some type of way if your partner's out here with someone else having sex, like because you're not in the mood for that? And Wheezy said that like they can close it at any time.
Yeah.
And she's like, if I'm dealing with a lot of shit with my parents, because her parents are older, so she takes care of them sometimes, then I'll be like, nah, relationship is closed. Like I can't deal with thinking of you with someone else, because I just can't.
Like that's the thing, is like nothing's set in stone. And I think that this is where people like who are just so used to things being a certain way, and the social norm is like nothing is set in stone. Like we don't have to be open. This no longer has to be a poly relationship, but then everything is set in rules and boundaries. So like she said, we could close it at any time, or I'm cool with him doing what he does, or maybe he'll make the conscious decision to be like, hey, like I'm not gonna fool around while you're going through this, because I want to be here, because I'm your main partner. Like it really comes down to the person, and I feel like
it's a lot of communication.
Yeah, I think that is doable, whether it being open or polyamorous or throuple, whatever. Those relationships can happen if you're doing it with the right person.
Yeah,
I think like it's achievable with the right person, not with just anybody.
Right. I also feel like you need to be like secure in yourself. Like I feel like if you're very insecure, or like have a lot of, I don't know, insecurities, or like not confident in yourself, then like this shit could just ruin you as a person. So I feel like you gotta be real solid with someone before you even decide to open this up. But yeah, that show is a little crazy. I mean, it's kind of, we're looking at it and we're like squinting our eyes, because there's like certain things that we're like, huh? Because one of the women was pregnant and she gave birth, but they don't know who the father is. It could be her man, I mean, it could be her husband or it could be her boyfriend within the house. So then, like, the guys low-key hate that because they kind of want to know who the father is. But I won't jinx it for you guys. They have a TikTok as well. I don't even know what they're called, like polyfam, something like that. And they're all white. But this is what I found online from otterbeing.com about polyamory discussion topics for conversations that matter. It's 8 questions. I'll try to go through them quickly. It says, how much time do you and your partners have available for your relationships? 2, are there any things that are off limits for any of your relationships or partners? Number 3, how open are you about your relationships to the outside world, and is that important to you? I think that's a good one because in the show, it showed how, like, a lot of them were like that. They lost family and friends because of it, because people just didn't understand it and didn't want to understand it. Number 4, what practical or even legal arrangements are possible in your relationships, such as living together, getting married, sharing finances, etc.? Number 5, what agreements do you want about safe sex, both for yourself and your partners? Number 6, how much information do you share about your other relationships? Number 7, do you want your partners to know each other? Do you want your partners to, like, just know one another, whatever. Number 8, if you're living with a partner, are your other partners welcome in your shared space? It's funny because there was this they were a throuple that we used to follow, and well, we still follow them. And it was a man and then two women, and the man was married to one of them, and then the third was like a girlfriend. But unfortunately, that relationship did not last, girl. It ended up being, they kicked the guy off, and then they were dating, and then they broke up, the 2 girls. So tragic. It was a whole fiasco, a whole YouTube video about it. You remember? I forgot their names, but yeah.
So, could you pursue an open relationship or polyamorous relationship? Or a throuple? I don't know. All the same. Kind of not really. I really wish I knew people who were just like...
I feel like a throuple would be cool, but I feel like right now in my life, I'm really not secure in myself. Like, I feel like there's been so many things that have been happening to me in the last few months that I'm really like, wow. Like, I'm entering my 30s with, like, craziness, like, bizarre. And you know what's crazy? Like, you know that, I don't know, maybe people already know this and I'm dumb, but you know that when you turn a certain age, you actually already finished that year. So, like, I'm turning 30 in September, but, like, I finished that 30th, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going through it right now, if that makes sense. I'm in my 30th year. Because when you turn 1, you were alive for all those months. You got me? So you completed your first year. So in essence, I'm completing my 30th year, and it's coming with a lot of craziness, a lot that I'm dealing with in therapy. But maybe in the future, yeah, but not right now. No.
30s are always a graceful period, huh?
Yeah. What about for you?
I don't know. I think I could handle open and like open relationship and like potentially eventually type shit a throuple.
You know what the problem is?
What?
Like,
I just don't want to have.
You're not the problem. It's the problem is the other people. Like the
Yeah.
other people. Like, you really have to make sure that whoever that person is, they're not delusional. Because people will try to steal you. Like, it's like they think that they're gonna steal you pretty much. Like, it's just like, you can't be with someone like that who has that mentality of like, oh, this about to be my girl for real. Because that's crazy. Like, they need to be cool with, like, this is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, this is for fun. Don't get your hopes up. I feel like a lot of girls have trouble with that, like messing around and just like for fun. Like a lot of them, for
But I
some
also think
reason, don't get
like
it.
that would be if they're a repeater, you know?
Huh?
Like if you're continuing to entertain the same person.
Oh, right. Repetitive.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
So I feel like, I guess the way I'm thinking about it, again, you don't know until you're in a situation, but I'm thinking about it as like, okay, like you entertain a person for the evening type shit.
You're right.
Like,
it's not like someone
I'm
that you
not
gotta...
saying as a openness to where it's like I'm like literally pursuing a whole nother relationship
That's
outside of my relationship.
and that's polyamory. That's like polyamory is like when you are repetitive with this person.
Yeah, because now you're forming a relationship essentially, and it's like, okay, that can lead into a throuple. Yeah, that really depends. Like, I don't know. Do you think that we could like the same person? Like, do you think that if we were to consider a throuple, that we would?
I think we could, because I feel like I'm open to like femmes. And
first of all, that is the first time I ever heard you say that shit.
No.
So crazy.
No. Don't start with the shit. She lying. I told you this.
When did you tell me that? No.
I told you this a while ago.
No, you did.
I did.
Oh, but I could never date a femme. I can't.
No, I could.
For the mirror.
I think it would be like fun if someone could do my hair and makeup.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
On days where I'm feeling lazy. And I feel like you're open to dating a mask, so
yeah.
Still or no? Because I feel like when you dated mask, you were a little more feminine.
I think that I could do it. I just don't know.
It can't be those problematic,
problematic
ones. No. Like,
I like an in betweener, a nice little stem like me.
Yeah.
So I think that would be cool.
Yeah, they need to be a
but stem. I feel like those are always hard to find because I feel like they're not.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I feel like a lot of gay girls who are like have that sense of masculinity and are predominantly like masculine. They're just like, no, I have to have a femme. I want a femme. But it's so crazy to me because I feel like when I go out, I attract masculine lesbians and I attract gay men. Of course, they love me.
Yeah.
But I just think that that's my personality, other than the fact that I'm fucking cute. But I also feel like it obviously would depend on the mask because I don't think that I would like just, you know, fuck with any mask. Like you could be fine and it could be like, I want to fuck with you for shits and giggles, but I don't want to pursue a relationship with you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Well, this was fun. We need to submit more anonymous questions or share your stories on the link in our bio. It's also going to be in the description of this episode. So please tell if there's anyone who's in a poly or throuple. Like we love to like know your story, hear your story. But yeah, be safe, y'all. If y'all going to Pride, and don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yes, enjoy your last weekend of Pride Month, y'all.
Sad.
I hope you guys all have felt love, support, you know, going through your healing processes and so much more because as we always say, we all matter. You all matter. And we love you guys. So thank you.
Right.
Bye. Deuce, deuce, mother goose.
Bye.